Y'all gonna figure out as we get into this conversation why though. But look, here it is. You sit back, you try to be quiet because you like, you know what? It's not becoming of me, let alone becoming of my family for me to sit around and try to tear down everything that I tried to build. You know what I'm saying? But today, a phrase came across my mind that just because you decided to be a baby mama never made me a baby daddy. When the whole time I still been acting as though my child's father. I've always been a father. If anything, hold on, y'all. 1 second. Get this signal together. All right, so look, it be the very things that these people was holding over your head as to why you wasn't good enough that you kind of find out that, dang, hold on, G. You ain't holding up your end of the bargain when it come to that. So if you to be trying to hold that against me, what are we really talking about? We're really talking about the fact that you ain't got over, that we didn't work out. For a lot of people, we think when that conversation come about, it mean this person still want to be with you. Nah. Sometimes it's a matter of people just not being over the fact that they felt like they let themselves down. They feel like they let themselves down. And rather than take the onus that they let themselves down, it's just so much easier to put it off on you rather than own it. Rather than own it. The fact that, oh, dang, you was married and you chose to end that. So now you chose to be a baby mama because of the way that you choosing to interact with your child's father. So much so that you end a committed relationship. And even with that, the child's father still seeking to be in a child's life no different than they was before. Only difference is the intimacy. Think about it, y'all. If this is the landscape that we dealing with, or the environment that one is facing, can we really say that this father is a baby daddy? If he concerned enough to say, you know what, I want to do this for my son, I just need the time and space from you. Only for you to turn around and say, well, let me make sure that you're going to be in a safe environment. When have I ever put my child in harm's way? Is the next thing you should surmise to yourself before you even let that come out your mouth. But if I never put my child in harm's way, let's not speak about it. Especially if we can look at the track record and the kids being hurt in your presence, under your care. I'm talking about doctor's records. I'm talking about kids being involved in stuff they shouldn't even be around. Jumping on trampolines that don't have the proper safety. You shouldn't have to tell an adult this. It's one thing to have to tell kids because they just want to have fun. They just see fun. But again, I got to have this conversation with y'all. Because again, when we keep on creating this separation between man and woman, like man don't understand what the woman's saying and the woman don't understand what the man's saying, that's what we keep getting to this page of. Rather than cooperating with each other, because we seeking to understand each other, and we have found understanding for each other, that, you know what, I understand in order for the whole to grow, I can't get so caught up in what I want. If anything, let me figure out if what I want is for the betterment. Peace to you, Shaybo. Appreciate you being up in here. Let me figure out if what I want is to the betterment or to the detriment of our family. Believe you me, there was times in my life before I decided to be married that I didn't want to be responsible. Don't get me wrong. I didn't want to be responsible. But then when I did want to be responsible, there were so many things I had to realize I had to learn about responsibility. About responsibility. But for a lot of us, we felt like we got it so figured out that we can't give nobody else the benefit of the doubt, that maybe they just don't know. Maybe they still trying to figure it out. And if you ain't setting a proper example on a proper route to take, then what you really talking about? What you really talking about? If you truthful with yourself, you'll say, "Dang, you know what? I'm still trying to figure it out as well. So who am I to not watch my mouth when I'm talking about other people? As though I don't got to take the same route, or I haven't been the same route, or what I'm talking about, is it helping or is it hurting the situation? Is it hurting the situation? Is it hurting that every time when that mother calls you to try to cooperate with you on raising the child, you can't have a proper conversation with her because you just keep on lashing out, yelling about things that's not happening right now? When he asks to get his child and you say, well, what about the times we was homeless before? What? And we slept in the car for maybe 2 or 3 days. And even then, can we be adults about this? Can we be adults about this? And can we say that as sure as there's a responsibility on one person, there's a responsibility on both, meaning I am obligated in my life to figure out how to sustain myself. Therefore, in my plight, I can help somebody else sustain themselves until they can do for self. You feel me? But in order for us to be whole people, we both have to learn how to sustain ourselves. So when we come together, there's no pressure on us leaning on each other for this or leaning on each other for this. But if that's the case, recognize that's what this is. Don't get so full of yourself to the point that you like, oh, now I'm better than this person. No. You feel me? I'm tired of going 50-50 with you. I'm tired of cooperating with you. And even if that's the case, be real and say, I want to be a baby mama, or I want to be a baby daddy, and move accordingly. Don't be out here acting like you the responsible one. Don't be out here acting like you the one got so much to say about the next person when they keep on working with you, even when you don't even want to work with yourself, and it's obvious. Because these conversations we wouldn't have to have, little baby. You wouldn't keep talking to me about stuff that happened in our past. When it's just that, it's our past, right? Our relationship wasn't important enough to you to make it last. And it didn't last for those same reasons. You being so stuck in the past. Me being so stuck in the past that I can't get over what you did to hurt me last, that we continue in the hurt. But at this point, I need, matter of fact, not me, I don't need you to do nothing, because I already figured out how I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to do what I got to do for my kids and stop trying to work with you. It ain't that hard. And it's the same thing we talk about on here, about being an example. You feel me? Sometimes you just got to be an example. You can't always work with somebody on shit. Sometimes you can't put up a wall with the next person. You got to put up the wall yourself. And let them be able to behold the fruits of your labor. Because for too long, obviously, in the eyes of them, they ain't never thought highly of you. They always thought low of you. And they going to continue to think low of you as long as you put yourself in that low spot. As long as you keep on, let me see if she'll let me do this. Well, let me see if he'll let me help him with this. Do what you can. Do what you will. And let the pieces for them fall where they may. Because when you put in the work, you already know the elements at play that you put into play. Because what? You doing the work. So again, just because you chose to be a baby daddy, don't make her no baby mama. If you chose to leave your family, you feel me? Or if you forced that man out of your house, guess what? Guess what? The pain that you endure, the hurt that you feel, for real though, you got to deal with that. You got to deal with that. It ain't for you every time that man or woman call your phone to be over there trying to feel like it's another chance to get it on and fight about that. No, 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 no. That time has came and passed, right? That time has came and passed. And matter of fact, you put me in the past, or you put that person in the past. So let's not keep on bringing up the past when somebody is trying to create a better present, let alone working towards a better future with you. Because you forego the better in the present, in the future, by you holding on to the hurt from before. You feel me? Like you holding on to the hurt from before and wonder why you keep on getting more and more of what you holding on to. So let it go. Let it go before you get some more to fill your bag up with. So then you can say, well, I couldn't catch the bus because I had all these bags. Meaning I couldn't get up out this situation because I got all these excuses. It was everybody else's fault that I couldn't do it. Or we going to be real and say that you mailing it in. Be real. Say that you don't know. Say that you don't know and you depending on people that you hope know something you don't. But one thing for certain and two things for sure. If you made a child, you didn't make it on your own. So if you don't know and they know, guess who the best person for the job? Come on, even Bo know who the person for that job. Even Bo know who the person for that job. And quite frankly, it's a sad day. It's a sad day when you holding on to benefits that was given kids. Hear me now. Benefits that was given to kids. And then when a person say, you know what? Let me get that so I can buy the proper food. So this person can allow for the food to heal them as food is supposed to be. Food is supposed to be thy medicine. What's up with it, King?
I'm going to play with you.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what you finna do now? You finna go play with your kitchen?
No. Yeah.
Okay. And when it come to letting food be your medicine, when he say, I got the, you told me to, because the first thing was, I don't even know what foods to get him. So then, I said, I do. Just give me the card, I'll go get him. Nah, I don't want you to, huh? But you'll give me the card when there's if you know, you know. When there's some exchange going on, I'm allowed to take the card and do what I need to do. You feel me? If you know, you know. But when it comes to me trying to do something for the betterment of our child, I can't take the card. Okay, not tripping on that. I wrote up a whole regiment. You think she wouldn't have got that? No, I'm not going out of my way to make sure they have what you want them to eat. But all the while, you're going out your way to have what's being programmed into you to eat. What commercials they done sold you. Oh, yeah, you need to go buy this when you get your paycheck. Oh, you don't know what promotion and marketing is. Oh, that's what it is. It's subliminals that suggest you should spend your money on this. But when somebody go out their way to say, you know what, I'm going to figure out what's best for my family and what's going to be conducive going forward. Is that not a righteous cause? But yet and still, people who over here practicing convenient righteousness want to tell me, oh, because you went through this in the past. Because at one point in time, you had to sleep in your car to get on your feet. Oh, I don't know if your kids should be able to come with you. Well, darn, if that's the case, then would it suffice that the court should get involved in all together? Because you was homeless too. So should the courts just take our kids from both of us and say, you know what? I don't think you should be able to get your kid. The courts don't even do that. If they see that you done been doing better and you ain't been homeless, they ain't gonna sit over here and bring up, oh, well, you was homeless. So I don't think you should get your kids now that you done did everything necessary to get your kids. What? And if the person you dealing with, you know good and well The reason why they ain't do that to you is because they know what you been through. They know you done been in the system. They know you done been taken from your family. So for you to know that kind of pain, and then be okay with putting somebody else through that kind of pain only because you can't have your way. Let's talk about where it started at. Same person told me to my face, I'm sorry for lying on you. I'm sorry for saying you did things that you never did. And I knew on the face of it that you didn't. But excuse that, oh, I believed them. You didn't believe it the first time. But all of a sudden, when we separating, and I'm telling you, I'm going to come get my kids, you make up all kind of unfathomable things that will relate to me not being able to get my kids, only to turn around when this same person that you tried to use against me turn around and did things against you. Now you want to believe they was lying? Again? But when it was convenient for you, though, you want to put smut on my name.
Daddy,
Peace, King.
you was squishing that?
Yeah. I probably needed to calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably do need that squishy. You try it. All right, I'm going to get a wipe to wipe your hand off, of your arm off, okay? If you see it in there, you can grab one, okay? But here it is. When it's conducive,
You even blow the portrait, Daddy.
yeah, I'm going to finish blowing it up. Where was I at, y'all, before my man came in here? Well, weak and food stamps. No, I wasn't talking to you, man. I'm talking to the live. Good play, man. Are kind of different. You can apply it for your own stand. Don't have to share. The individual is one. I can understand. Oh, it's both. It's both. And quite frankly, I definitely get where you coming from with that. And I try not to entangle us too much in the system. You feel me? Mind you, the money ain't the issue. The money ain't the issue. Nah, it just make more sense that if there's benefits being provided, oh yeah, for sure there is help out here, and that's how I got on my feet thus far. Motherfucker left me for dead. You know what I'm talking about? And had no excuse other than, oh shoot, what I want out of a man, I know I can't get from one man. That's what I was told. Not, oh, you mistreated me so bad, you did this to me. None of that. Not none of this unfathomable stuff that come out of her mouth. But you told me. I realized what I want out of a man ain't even realistic. Not you weren't giving everything you had. Not you wasn't willing to give more. But I came to figure out that what I want, I can't get from one man. So the one man I got to get him out the way. In order for me to have, you know what I'm saying, as many men as I need to suffice. Like, come on, G. Come on, G. And I'm supposed to still sit here and try to rationalize that kind of thinking. That's when I get to the point that I say, you know what? I'm not going to do what I know is right for my children. And stop trying to work with you. But one thing for certain, and two things for sure, just because you chose to be a baby mama never made me a baby daddy. But since you choosing to be a baby mama, I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do my part to put myself in position like I'm already working towards. So it's like, dang, this is just more reason that I got to keep going. Because as much as you don't want to see somebody in this position, y'all, who want to sit there and be like, man, like my pop said, who would want to take their child from their mother? But it ain't about that. It's about putting your child in the best situation that's going to be conducive to everybody involved. I'm not gonna alienate you out of your child life. But you obviously alienating me. To the point you treat me like I'm their big brother or something. When it's convenient for you, when you need a babysitter, oh yeah, you can come do that. And I say babysitter because that's how you treat me. I know I ain't babysitting my kids. I'm like I want to be. Like they need for me to be. But here it is. When it comes to imparting wisdom, when it comes to imparting my experience, so my kids can be better for not having to go through the things I went through. Not having to go through the things that what? As parents, we supposed to learn things so we can provide a better existence for our children. So when it gets to the point that I can't provide a better existence with my children with you, I have to create a situation where, you know what? You can't override me just like I wouldn't override you. Because there's so many other options I got, y'all. You don't even know what kind of spades in this deck. And that's why I'm like, I refuse to be quiet any longer. For those who might not have heard me speak on these topics before, you can check the Rolodex. And what I mean by Rolodex, you can check these previous videos. And you will see me sitting here talking about similar things. But you will also hear the progression. You will hear the progression in the conversation. You will hear the progression in the situation. And today's progression is, I realize it's time out for working with people who refuse to work with you. Stop telling people, work to co-parent with somebody who you couldn't co-parent with to begin with. And that's the reason why y'all separated. She didn't like the fact I was trying to homeschool, well, I was homeschooling my kids. And that she would have to contribute. I'm working every day. You're at home with the kids. This what we both wanted. For you to be able to be hands-on with the kids. Me to go out here. Face the world head on. But even with that, you need to understand that was a problem because we didn't have enough money. Oh, okay. We ain't got enough money, then guess what? We got to figure out some other hustles. Guess what I did? Oh, you know what? I was looking for a job for myself, another job. But guess what I found? Oh, I found a place where you can go get your license. Guess who been thriving ever since? Because now they got a license. And don't got to be, like a shade tree mechanic, only have a limited amount of people that fool with you. Oh, now you see how that's coming back to you. You like, I don't even want to do this no more. To the point you can come out your mouth and tell me what I want from a man, one man can't do. No, you basically saying, I realize I don't even need no man. Because I only wanted a man because I thought I needed somebody to help take care of me. But now that I can take care of myself, I don't think I want a man. Ooh. At that point, come on now. You sold me a whole bunch of dreams. And me, myself, I had to be real with myself and say, dang, bro, you bought that too. You bought that. And she wasn't the first one that sold you a dream either. She wasn't the first one. It was the dream that we was all sold from the beginning. That you gonna meet somebody, folk, and they gonna get you. And they gonna be there for you. But you not gonna have to go through nothing to get to this person. Wow. You gonna have to go through a whole bunch of clones, G. Before you meet the one and only. I'm gonna say that again. You gonna have to go through a whole bunch of clones, G. Before you meet the one and only. And for some of us, you might come to find out I had to go through all of this for me to see the greatness within me. Stop looking to cooperate with somebody who ain't trying to cooperate with you. But do what's the best move to be made regardless. So who want to play the fool? Because a fool want to be stuck. But a wise man going to take everything he can and ain't going to stop at nothing to get up. But see, when you start getting up and you start having something to add to the conversation, when you once never said nothing, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for people who used to walking all over you. It's uncomfortable for people who only reap the benefits from being around you to recognize, dang, in order for you to go a little step further with me, you got some growing to do. You got some growing to do. Yeah. It was all cool when I had growing to do. It was all cool. But once you pushed me to level up, we began to see. Hold on. What level are you on? I don't see you no more. Hold on. You talking about my immaturities? Wow. It's mighty funny. You can see what people are doing to you, but you can't see when you doing it to other people. Ooh. It's all right. It's like you don't got to be a hater your whole life. You can learn to have consideration. You can learn to put yourself in the shoes of other people. So the things that you do is not so detrimental to other people. Again, when we talking about baby mama, baby daddy, we talking about, people who have children and let the cars fall where they may. But when you steady putting this work in, when you steady thinking daily how to better yourself, and as you better yourself, you recognize like, dang, my children are still coming along. So if I put this right here for them now, instead of them looking at pain like, oh man, why I'm so in pain, they'll be so used to doing the work to the point the pain will be even something for them to celebrate. What? A lot of us want to rest when we ain't done nothing. When the pain set in, you'll be like, you know what? All right. You look over and see job well done. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you might have to work through the pain to make sure the job is done. You know what I'm saying? We rest when the job is done, not because we tired. Not because we tired. That's another program you got to get. We rest because we tired. But really, we tired because we restless in our own mind. We wrestling with our desires instead of using our inspiration to bring us out of the darkness, the unknown, the trying to figure out the whereabouts of your next blessing. So we get to the point you start stressing. And again, being more of a colonizer to your own. And when I say your own, you don't got to go as far as, oh, you doing this to other black people. No, you doing this to your own family. You doing this to your own family. You talking about respect, but don't got no self-respect because of the way you choosing to live your life. Who supposed to respect that? You tell people the highest thing to aspire to in your relationship is to be married in a commitment. Come on now. That's what we respect. And then when you get it, you throw it away. Oh, because you can't control a person? You can't get this person to be 10 other people? But where you kick in at? Where you kick in at though? Where? And if this person the only one out here getting it out the mud, what make you think we finna have some extra funds? We should be grateful we paying the bills. And if we do get behind for real, it is what it is. And even then, hold on. Let me tell y'all about this though. Let me put you up on some game that was ran on me, so you don't get this game ran on you. Man, I'm definitely gonna read that nobody. Let me get this out real quick because I definitely want to read what you saying, Queen. I used to go to work and then be shamed into feeling like I'm still not spending enough time with my kids when I get home. Now, mind you, when I get home, never tell my kids don't mess with me, don't come in my room, don't be bothered with none of that. None of that. My kids come in my room, listen to my music with me. This is what I usually do to wind down when I get off work. Listen to my music, get in my creative mode, basically debriefing from being in manual gear all day. You know what I'm saying? Then when you start weighing that stuff out, you like, hold on, G. Go to work all day, come home, deal with the kids all night. Don't get me wrong. I'm cool with it because I always planned to be a father. I always planned to have a family. But when it started getting to the point, bro, you not even coming. You drop the kids off and you just out. You ain't at work. Even then, guess what Red was doing? At the crib with my kids, having peace and quiet. Because I ain't got to argue with this person about how they don't want to be here. You okay, man? All right. Because I don't got to argue with this person about how they don't want to be here. For real. Like, if we really think about the bottom line of our issues, bro, it's what she told me in the end. I realized what I want, one person can't give me. So you never wanted me. You had your ideals and what you thought a relationship was. And for a lot of us, like Swaz said, we need to break up. Because all you got is your ideals of what you thought a relationship was. Rather than using your ideals to be, man, idealistic with your understanding towards this person. Instead, we use our understanding towards a person to be undermining. We use what little bit we can understand about a person to undermine them. You remember you told me about this, and you know what I'm saying? I figured since you told me about this, then, you know, ain't no way you can do this. Like, why would I put me in a position to look like a fool? What? Who? If you wouldn't do that to you, then why would I do it? But some people, hey, they ain't being real with you. They out here winging it. So they figure you are too. Said, I wanted a man because I wanted someone to love. Man, talk shit, nobody. We ain't even got through the first sentence. Somebody get it. Let me start over. I wanted a man because I wanted somebody to love me for me. Now I love me, and I don't think I'm down for a relationship. Boy, hey, now see? Some of y'all might come to that conclusion. You might come to find out, dang, what I wanted a relationship for, it's already within me. Now you got to recalibrate. Because I'm telling you, there's other reasons to be in a relationship. The main reason was to share the journey. You feel me? What's up with Nikki? Good to see you, love. To be able to share the journey. Not to lean on you so much that I don't want to be a part of your story no more. And I darn sure don't want you to be a part of me or mine. Let me finish reading what Miss Nobody had to say. That was they feel like a gamble these days. I don't like risk taking. That's FedEx. You feel me? Like because most people is in a relationship for what they thought the benefits that come with a relationship. Dudes is thinking about in-house. Girls is thinking about in-house. Like, what we doing? We sitting over here plotting on each other. And don't even realize this is what leads to our ruins. Because after a while, you going to feel that. Like, damn, this motherfucker don't even talk to me when they can get something up out of me or talk to me about for what they want. Keep coming to me with all their bad news. Like, dang, that's how you think about people. What you be thinking about me for? And that's why when I vent to y'all, look, what we working through? We working through the whole truth right now. I got to be real with myself. I didn't appreciate the love of my mother and what she could give me at the time. When I was young, before I fixated my mind to be trying to have a relationship with somebody else when I was young and having girlfriends. See, I thought my mother, because of certain things that happen in life, like, she had to tell me later on, though. But she told me, she was like, yeah, I took you off breast milk. Like, it wasn't like I prepared you for it. I didn't wing you off of it or nothing. A certain instance happened where I felt like you bit me, and I took you off of it. I said, how old was I? And when she said how old I was, I'm like, bro, I ain't got no teeth. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no teeth. But it became uncomfortable to her. You feel me? So for me, I have a keen sensibility of knowing other people's comfort levels. But I have to work on, because I usually just pick up some kind of discomfort. I don't always know why. And I'm working on knowing, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this person is uncomfortable because they never heard this kind of information. So let me make sure the information that I'm telling them will be for their edification. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just having empty conversation and patronizing you. Like this conversation isn't. So I recognize, like, it gave me kind of a skewed view. So when I first started going into relationships, I was going into it for the same thing that I'm telling you right now. I'm going into it for what I thought the benefits would be of having a relationship. I thought, somebody was going to love me for me. You feel me? Love me for me and accept, my flaws and all. Accept my flaws and all. I get that concept, and I feel like that's really how it's supposed to be. That's really how it's supposed to be. But when you get to understanding of knowing that most people, when they talking about love, the last thing they doing is exchanging or interchanging love for understanding. They not looking for that. They're not in a relationship to understand certain things within themselves so they can heal. They in a relationship for what that relationship might yield for them. I'll never forget telling me, man, I've been with you, you know what I'm saying? I've been with you too long. I ain't giving up until you make yourself. Or until you come up. That's what I used to be like, dang. It wasn't the first time I heard that. As a kid, I used to feel like people was only messing with me because they thought I was going to go pro. And I could have, but that ain't what I wanted, though. So I didn't. I stopped. Short of that more. But all the while, it didn't change. I started seeing how all these people that I felt like that about was treating me different. Was treating me different, like I threw my life away. Like I threw my life away. Some of them felt like I threw my life away, and some of them was like, man, shoot, he ain't got nothing for me to benefit from. And I'm saying all this for once so you ain't got to play dumb out here. Because a lot of these conversations I ain't get. People weren't telling me firsthand, like, dang, bro, I just was talking to my ex about trying to do something for my kid, and shoot, it seemed like the more I try to do right, the more I get negativity from her. But when I ain't on nothing, when I ain't talking about nothing, shoot, constantly trying to drop them off, constantly trying to give them to me. But when I'm trying to put some structure there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, hell nah, hell nah. But recognize what comes with having people in your life. They're going to seek to better your situation. Otherwise, they taking from you. So as long as people seeking to try to better your situation, be willing to hear that out. Be willing to work through that. Be willing to. And at the same time, if you know it's for the betterment of the whole, stop at nothing. Stop at nothing. Stop at nothing. I done figured out about 3 different ways how I'm going to do this for my son regardless. Without including any interference. So even with all the things that I've been going through, it's only done bettered me in my understanding of how I'm going to get clarity of this situation. That it started from me seeing my child not wanting to take the medicines that was being given to him. Not to mention me knowing like that ain't it. You only postponing the pain. You only postponing the pain. And that's why for a little minute, I stopped forcing the issue. I stopped trying to get my kids all the time. Cause all these no's and all these reasons not. To the point now, it's whenever I want, I can get them. Not trying to say that to be cocky, but sometimes you have to let certain things go. The more pressure you put on a situation, it becomes known. Maybe they don't want to feel nothing, or maybe they don't. But recognize the pressure you put on it ain't helping it either though. Things gonna happen in life. The only difference is how you feel about it. And if you feeling a way about it, don't let the way you feel about it stop you from being active. Let it make you get active. Find solutions within yourself. And when I used to say I wanted my father to fight, this is the type of fight I was talking about. Stop at nothing. And I felt like my father definitely showed me in his own way how to do just that. And so for the hey, where we at? Where we at? Gold mine. We at gold mine number 4. We ain't gonna stop. We ain't gonna stop, my G. And dude is the latest and greatest. So I'm not surprised. All the things that's coming up on him. I'm not surprised, but like I told him, and I'm telling you about him. So when you see him, make sure you remind him if he ain't already on it. He got a story to tell. And everything that he going through right now is so he can help somebody else. So that every moment that you feel that pain, let it help you to gain clarity on the things that's going to be conducive to improving your life. That's the same thing for all of us. We got to reprogram ourselves, y'all. A lot of us, yeah, we feeling pain for the things that we didn't do to gain. But when you putting in that work to gain them yours, to gain that, man, the fruits of your labor, that's what? We talking about growing pains, little dude. Dang, I talked him up. What's up, man? All right, let me get that buddy. But we talking about growing pains, you feel me? Again, this was another moment in Black's Rehab. Please make sure y'all drop a comment, say what's up, because this is my way of saying what's up to you. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. You feel me? Nobody. Who else up in this thing? Nikki. If y'all would like to, I definitely would love Shayla, Cash. I would love to have an open panel discussion. And not from a standpoint of, I put it to you like this, because I ain't going to tell nobody what they can and can't say. But what I will ask is that when we talk about our mates, when we talk about the situations that we going through, because you can't stop, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Nikki. You can't talk about a situation without, you know what I'm saying, talking about all the players involved, right? But I will ask that if you've never done this in conversation, you seek understanding in your conversation, as well as we don't speak so derogatory. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually these kids gonna hear this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what this stuff gonna become one day. You feel me? These might be mementos for kids. You know what I'm saying? If you ever want to know what your parents was like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? You never know where this stuff is gonna lead to. But what I will say, it's been more beneficial in my life to seek understanding of where this person is coming from in order for me to figure out what's going to be best for my life to provide solutions regardless. Provide them, you feel me, regardless. Again, stop at nothing. But as long as we keep on making what they doing to push against us bigger than what we trying to push, and recognize, remember, strength is gained by going against the grain. Gained by going against the grain. So endure that pain, because it's just growing pains. Did you say you wanted to grow? Don't you want to be better for it? Well, guess what? Go through it, because you're going to be better for it. And you can do it. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. And I'm so glad we in connection. Kinfolk. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We just broke bread right now. Peace within, peace out. And I know you're going to have a lovely day going out. Because look how it started out. Lovely day.